I want to look at the actual affidavit that led to the raid on Trump's home in Mar-a-Lago. We're going to read through this. Much of it is redacted. It's 38 pages. I will try to get through it very quickly and not repeat or stumble over my own tongue trying to read all of this. But I think that you deserve to have as much information as possible. And so far, I have not seen anybody else actually read the affidavit to people and let them see what it actually says. Instead, all I have seen is a bunch of people making statements and claims that isn't really fair to the document. I've seen a lot of people on the right saying that the entire document is completely redacted and it's entirely useless. You're going to find out today that that's not true. I've seen people on the left say that this is absolutely the nail in Trump's coffin and he is going to jail. I equally don't think that that's true. Now, I don't know where this is all going to end up, but it would seem to me that reading the warrant and letting you guys hear it and what it actually says is going to be a good place for us to start. Now, I am going to put this on the screen with me so that people who are watching can read along with me. I am going to try to explain to you in audio what I am seeing, what is happening, what's going on from there. But this is going to be really good for you to go to YouTube or Rumble and watch this. If you do, make sure to subscribe. Make sure you share those videos and let people know about it. I will put this segment of the show up independently so that you can share that around as well. Now, let's get into this. Let's see what we can figure out. So, affidavit in support of an application under Rule 41 for a warrant to search and seize. I, redacted, being first duly sworn, hereby depose and state as follows. The introduction and agent background. The government is conducting a criminal investigation concerning the improper removal of storage of classified information in unauthorized spaces, as well as the unlawful concealment or removal of government records. The investigation began as a result of a referral to the United States National Archives and Records Administration, NARA, sent to the United States Department of Justice, DOJ, on February 9th, 2022, hereinafter NARA referral. The NARA referral stated that on January 18th, 2022, in accordance with the Presidential Records Act, PRA, NARA received from the office of former President Donald Trump, hereinafter F. POTUS, referring to former POTUS, via representatives 15 boxes of records, hereinafter 15 boxes. The 15 boxes, which had been transported from former POTUS property of 1100 S Ocean Boulevard, Palm Beach, Florida, 33480, hereinafter the premises, a residence and club known as Mar-a-Lago. Further described in Attachment A were reported by NARA to contain, among other things, highly classified documents intermingled with other records. After an initial review of the NARA referral, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, opened a criminal investigation to, among other things, determine how the documents with classification markings and records were removed from the White House or any other authorized locations for the storage of classified materials, and came to be stored at the premises, determine whether the storage location at the premises were authorized locations for the storage of classified information, determine whether any additional classified documents or records may have been stored in an unauthorized location at the premises or other unknown location, and whether they remain at any such location, and identify any persons who may have removed or retained the classified information without authorization and or in an unauthorized space. The FBI's investigation has established that documents bearing classification markings, which appear to contain national defense information, NDI, were among the materials contained in the 15 boxes and were stored at the premises in an unauthorized location. Redacted. Further, there is probable cause to believe that additional documents that contain classified NDI or that are presidential records subject to record retention requirements currently remain at the premises. There is also probable cause to people that to believe that evidence of obstruction will be found at the premises. I am a special agent at the FBI, with the FBI, assigned to the Washington Field Office, redacted. During this time, I have received training at the FBI Academy located in Quantico, Virginia, specific to counterintelligence and espionage investigations. Redacted. Based on my experience and training, I am familiar with efforts used to unlawfully collect, retain, and disseminate sensitive government information, including classified NDI. I make this affidavit in support of an application under Rule 41 of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure for a warrant to search the premises known with the address as the premises as further described in Attachment A for the things described in Attachment B. Based upon the following facts, there is probable cause to believe that the locations to be searched at the premises contain evidence, contraband, fruits of crime, or other items illegally possessed in violation of 18 U.S.C. 793, 15.9, or 2071. The facts set forth in this affidavit are based on my personal knowledge obtained during my participation in this investigation, and information obtained from other FBI and U.S. government personnel. Because this affidavit is submitted for the limited purpose of establishing probable cause in support of the application for a search warrant, it does not set forth each and every fact that I or others have learned during the course of this investigation. Under 18 U.S.C., whoever having unauthorized possession of, access to, or control over any documents or information relating to national defense, which information the possessor has reason to believe could be used to the injury of the United States or to the advantage of any foreign nation, willfully communicates, delivers, transmits, or causes to be communicated, delivered, or transmitted, or attempts to do or cause the same to any person not entitled to receive it, or willfully retains the same and fails to deliver it to the officer or employee of the United States entitled to receive it, shall be fined or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both. The explanation of that is simply that if you have documents you shouldn't have that are dangerous and will cause injury to the nation, and have given to other people who are not entitled to receive it, you are guilty and shall be fined or imprisoned for not more than 10 years or both. Under Executive Order 13526, information in any form may be classified if it, 1, is owned by, produced by, or for, or is under the control of the United States government. 2, falls within one or more of the categories set forth in the Executive Order: top secret, secret, and confidential. And 3, is classified by an original classification authority who determines that its unauthorized disclosure reasonably could be expected to result in damage to the national security. Where such unauthorized disclosure could reasonably result in damage to the national security, the information may be classified as confidential. It must be properly safeguarded. Where such unauthorized disclosure could reasonably result in serious damage to the national security, the information may be classified as secret and must be properly safeguarded. Where an unauthorized disclosure could reasonably result in exceptionally grave damage to national security, the information may be classified as top secret and must be properly safeguarded. Sensitive compartment information, SCI, means classified information concerning or derived from the intelligence sources, methods, or analytical processes which is required to be handled within formal access control systems. Special intelligence, or SI, is an SCI control system designed to protect technical and intelligence information derived from the monitoring of foreign communications signals by other than the intended recipients. The SI control system protects SI-derived information and information relating to SI activities, capabilities, techniques, processes, and procedures. Human Control System, or HCS, is an SCI control system designed to protect intelligence information derived from clandestine human sources, commonly referred to as human intelligence. The HCS control system protects human intelligence-derived information and information relating to human intelligence activities, capabilities, techniques, processes, and procedures. Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, or FISA, is a dissemination control designed to protect intelligence information derived from the collection of information authorized under the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act by the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, or FISC. Classified information may be marked as not releasable to foreign nationals, governments, U.S. citizens, abbreviated NOFORN, to indicate information that may not be released in any form to foreign governments, foreign nationals, foreign organizations, or non-U.S. citizens without permission of the originator. Classified information may be marked as originator-controlled, abbreviated ORCON. This marking indicates the dissemination beyond pre-approved U.S. entities requires originator approval. Classified information of any designation may be shared only with persons determined by an appropriate United States government official to be eligible for access and who possesses a need to know. Among other requirements, in order for a person to obtain a security clearance allowing that person to access the classified United States government information, that person is required to and must agree to properly protect classified information by not disclosing such information to persons not entitled to receive it, by not unlawfully removing classified information from authorized storage facilities, and by not storing classified information in unauthorized locations. If a person is not eligible to receive classified information may not be disclosed to that person. In order for a foreign government to receive access to classified information, the originating United States agency must determine that such release is appropriate. Pursuant to Executive Order 13526, classified information contained on automated information systems, including networks and telecommunications systems that collect, create, communicate, compute, disseminate, process, or store classified information, must be maintained in a manner that 1. Prevents access by unauthorized persons, and 2. Ensures the integrity of the information. 32 CFR Parts 2001 and 2003 regulate the handling of classified information. Specifically, 32 CFR 2001.43, entitled Storage, regulates the physical protection of classified information. This section describes the secret and top secret information shall be stored in a General Services Administration approved security container, a vault built to federal standard FHD STD 832, or an open storage and construction in accordance with 2001.53. It also requires periodic inspection of the container and the use of an intrusion detection system, among other things. There's a lot to read here, guys. Under 18 U.S.C. 1519, whoever knowingly alters, destroys, mutilates, conceals, covers up, falsifies, or makes a false entry in any record, document, or tangible object with the intent to impede, obstruct, or influence the investigation or proper administration of any matter within the jurisdiction of any department or agency of the United States, or any case filed under Title 11, or in relation to or contemplation of any such matter or case, shall be fined under this title, imprisoned not more than 20 years, or both. Under 18 U.S.C. 2071, whoever willfully and unlawfully conceals, removes, mutilates, obliterates, or destroys, or attempts to do so, or with the intent to do so, takes and carries away any record, proceeding, map, book, paper, document, or other thing filed or deposited with any clerk or officer of any court of the United States, or in any public office, or with any judicial or public officer of the United States, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 3 years, or both. Whoever having the custody of any such record, proceeding, map, book, document, paper, or other thing willfully and unlawfully conceals, removes, mutilates, obliterates, falsifies, or destroys the same, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 3 years, or both, and shall forfeit his office and be disqualified from holding any office under the United States. As used in this subsection, the term office does not include the office held by any person as a retired officer of the Armed Forces of the United States. Under the PRA 44 U.S.C. 2201, the term presidential records means documentary materials or any reasonably segregable portion thereof, created or received by the president, the president's immediate staff, or a unit or individual of the executive office of the president whose function is to advise or assist the president in the course of conducting activities which relate to or have an effect upon the carrying out of the constitutional, statutory, or other official or ceremonial duties of the president. Such term A includes any documentary materials relating to the political activities of the president or members of the president's staff, but only if such activities relate to or have a direct effect upon the carrying out of constitutional, statutory, or other official or ceremonial duties of the president. But B does not include any documentary materials that are one, official records of an agency as defined in section 552E of Title 5 United States Code. 2, personal records. 3, stocks of publications and stationery. Or 4, extra copies of documents produced only for convenience of reference when such copies are clearly so identified. Under 44 U.S.C. 3301A, government records are defined as all recorded information, regardless of form or characteristics, made or received by a federal agency under federal law or in connection with the transaction of public business, or preserved or appropriate for preservation by that agency or its legitimate successor as evidence of the organization, functions, policies, decisions, procedures, operations, and other activities of the United States government, or because of the informational value of data in them. Probable cause, NARA referral. On February 9th, 2022, the special agent in charge of NARA's Office of the Inspector General sent the NARA referral via email to DOJ. The NARA referral stated that according to NARA's White House Liaison Division Director, a preliminary review of the 15 boxes indicated that they contained newspapers, magazines, and printed news articles, photos, miscellaneous printouts, notes, presidential correspondence, personal and post-presidential records, and a lot of classified records. Of most significant concern was that highly classified records were unfolded, intermixed with other records, and otherwise improperly identified. On February 18, 2022, the Archivist of the United States, Chief Administrator for NARA, stated in a letter to Congress's Committee on Oversight and Reform Chairwoman, the Honorable Carolyn B. Maloney, NARA had an ongoing communications with the representatives of former President Trump throughout 2021, which resulted in the transfer of 15 boxes to NARA in January 2022. NARA had identified items marked as classified national security information within the boxes. The letter also stated that because NARA identified classified information in the boxes, NARA staff has been in communication with the Department of Justice. The letter was made publicly available at the following Uniform Resource Locator URL. There, that's URL right in front of you. I'm not going to read it. On February 18th, 2022, the same day, the Save America Political Action Committee posted the following statement on behalf of former POTUS. The National Archives did not find anything that they were given upon request presidential records in an ordinary and routine process to ensure the preservation of my legacy and in accordance with Presidential Records Act. An image of the statement is below. There you go. Redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph. Boxes containing documents were transported from the White House to Mar-a-Lago, according to a CBS Miami article titled, quote, "Moving Trucks Spotted at Mar-a-Lago, end quote, published Monday, January 18th, 2021. At least 2 moving trucks were observed at the premises on January 18th, 2021, 2 days before he moved. The remainder of the paragraph is redacted. Redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted photo, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, provision of the 15 boxes to NRA, redacted paragraph. On or about May 6, 2021, NARA made a request for the missing PRA records and continued to make requests until approximately late December 2021 when NARA was informed 12 boxes were found and ready for retrieval at the premises. The remainder of the paragraph is redacted. Redacted paragraph. 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 Redacted photo? The 15 boxes provided to NARA contain classified information. From May 16 to 18, 2022, FBI agents conducted a preliminary review of the 15 boxes provided to NARA. A preliminary triage of the documents with the classification markings revealed the following approximate numbers: 184 unique documents bearing classification markings, including 67 documents marked as confidential, 92 documents marked as secret, 25 documents marked as top secret. Further, the FBI agents observed markings reflecting the following compartments: dissemination control, HCS, FISA, ORCON, NOFORN, and SI. Based on my training and experience, I know the documents classified at these levels typically contain NDI. Several of the documents also contained what appears to be former POTUS's handwritten notes. Redacted paragraph. 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 Redacted sentence. In the second such letter, which is attached as Exhibit 1, former POTUS counsel 1 asked DOJ to consider a few principles, which include former POTUS counsel 1's claims that a president has absolute authority to declassify documents. In this letter, former POTUS counsel 1 requested, among other things, that DOJ provide this letter to any judicial officer who is asked to rule on any motion pertaining to this investigation or on any application made in connection with any investigative request concerning this investigation. I am aware of an article published on Breitbart on May 5th, 2002, available at the link, which states Kash Patel, who is described as a former POTUS administrative official, characterized as misleading reports in other news organizations that NARA had found classified materials among records that former POTUS provided to NARA from Mar-a-Lago. Patel alleged that such reports were misleading because former POTUS had declassified the materials at issue. Sentence redacted. Paragraph 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 redacted. On June 8, 2022, DOJ counsel sent former POTUS counsel 1 a letter which reiterated that the premises are not authorized to store classified information and requested the preservation of the storage room and boxes that had been moved from the White House to the premises. Specifically, the letter stated in relevant part: as I previously indicated to you, Mar-a-Lago does not include a secure location authorized for the storage of classified information. As such, it appears that since the time classified documents redacted were removed from the secure facilities that the White House had moved to Mar-a-Lago on or around January 20th, they have not been handled in an appropriate manner or stored in an appropriate location. Accordingly, we ask that the room at Mar-a-Lago where the documents had been stored be secured, and that all boxes that were moved from the White House to Mar-a-Lago, along with other items in that room, be preserved in that room in the current condition until further notice. Footnotes. On June 9, 2022, former POTUS counsel 1 sent an email to DOJ counsel stating, I write to acknowledge the receipt of this letter. Redacted. Redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph. Oh, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph. Several redacted paragraphs. Redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph. There is probable cause to believe that documents containing classified NDA and presidential records remain at the premises. Redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph, redacted paragraph. Based upon this investigation, I believe that the storage room, former POTUS's residential suite, Pine Hall, the 45 office, and other spaces within the premises are not currently authorized locations for the storage of classified information or NDI. Similarly, based upon this investigation, I do not believe that any spaces within the premises have been authorized for the storage of classified information, at least since the end of POTUS's presidential administration on January 20, 2021. As described above, evidence of the subject offenses has been stored in multiple locations at the premises. Redacted paragraph. Accordingly, this affidavit seeks authorization to search for the 45 office and all storage rooms and any other rooms or locations where boxes or records may be stored within the premises, as further described in Attachment A. The premises is currently closed to club members for the summer. However, as specified in Attachment A, at the time of the search there are areas of the premises being occupied, rented, or used by third parties and not otherwise used or available to be used by former POTUS and his staff, the search would not include such areas. Conclusion. Based on the foregoing facts and circumstances, I submit that probable cause exists to believe that evidence, contraband, fruits of crimes, and other items illegally possessed in violation of 18 U.S.C. 793E 2071 or 1519 will be found on the premises. Further, I submit that this affidavit supports probable cause for a warrant to search the premises described in Attachment A and seize the items described in Attachment B. Request for sealing. It is specifically requested that this court issue an order sealing until further order of the court all papers submitted in support of this application, including the application and search warrant. I believe that sealing this document is necessary because the items and information to be seized are relevant to an ongoing investigation, and the FBI has not yet identified all potential criminal confederates nor located all evidence related to its investigation. Premature disclosure of the contents of this affidavit and related documents may have a significant and negative impact on the continuing investigation and may severely jeopardize its effectiveness by allowing criminal parties an opportunity to flee, destroy evidence, store electronically and otherwise, change patterns of behavior, and notify criminal confederates. The following procedures will be followed at the time of the search in order to protect against disclosures of attorney-client privileged material. Basically, what's going to happen is that they're going to have two teams that are searching. You're going to have the assigned team to the case, and you're going to have a team that's not assigned to the case, doesn't know anything about the case. They're going to search the president's office or the former president's office and look for anything that's, anything that they need to find there. If they see that, hey, this is actually probably privileged, you can't have that, they will keep it away. If it's not, they'll give it to the actual team investigating. They'll go through that, and again, it is signed and redacted at that point.